YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here, Mr. Darling 4. Guys, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. I just haven't had the opportunity. So I've used the iPhone 8, the iPhone 8 Plus, as well as the iPhone 10, which I've since sold, basically since they've come out. I had the iPhone 8 the day it launched. I had that until the iPhone 10 launched. Had the iPhone 10 for probably about a month and a half. Really just wasn't feeling the Face ID and some of the other little quirks about the OS. Then I went back to the iPhone 8 for a long time. Then recently, I had the iPhone 8 Plus, and this is a brand skin. I'm not sponsored. I'm not cool like that. Either way, I was on the iPhone 8 Plus for a while, and I want to let you know why I don't have a phone with Apple, the one that fits me the way I need it to. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Apple's flagship, the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10, for everything that it does really well, incredible cameras, really good battery life. I didn't have an issue with battery life on the iPhone 10. I had the iPhone 10, like I said, for over a month and a half probably, and I was able to sell it for just about what I paid for it, so I'm not even upset about that. Didn't like Face ID. Some of the new gestures in the OS are not terrible, but having Face ID or PIN to unlock as your only two options really were a deal breaker for me. Because with the iPhone 10, you had to take the phone and kind of reset it, if you're looking down at it like this, so that Face ID would, kind of get your double chin and all that fun stuff. So for me, the iPhone 10, I didn't like it. I didn't like being in bed and having to actually physically pick the phone up and sort of turn it to the side and do whatever. It worked well. Face ID worked well. It did what it was supposed to do. For my use in a cell phone, I just didn't like it. And that's okay. So when we get to the phone that I've used the absolute most, the iPhone 8, so I've used the iPhone 8 for the vast majority of the time since it came out back in, what was it, September or October. I put a skin on the back of it because the glass is incredibly just fragile, the strongest glass ever in a phone. No. So I put a skin on the back of it and just let it be. Now, the problem I have with the iPhone 8 is the battery life is pretty much just terrible. I have three different battery cases. So I have the official one from Apple that works with the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8. I've used it pretty regularly. I don't have any issues with it. But there are days where if I'm busy and I'm working and I'm checking emails, I'm responding to emails, I am finishing up law school, so I get way too many emails. If I'm going through and working that process all day, if I'm texting classmates, if I'm texting friends, if I'm setting stuff up, if I'm FaceTiming my wife who's in Afghanistan, if I'm FaceTiming my son, to get him up in the morning when I'm not in town, that's a 25-minute FaceTime right there. If I use navigation, whatever, I can go through the entire iPhone 8 battery as well as the charging case in a day and not even try really hard. So I can go through both of these in a day and really not try that hard. I was like, maybe just battery life. If I just have better battery life, I'd be okay. But it's not just better battery life. So as you guys know, the iPhone 8 also doesn't have the dual cameras. So you don't get your portrait mode, which is one of the things that I absolutely loved about the iPhone 10, and the fact that you could do portrait mode with the selfies. You and your kids get together and you can see sort of the preview of the shot. It's just something that's pretty cool. I'm goofy. I take a lot of pictures with my kids. One day they're not going to want to take pictures with me, so I got to go ahead and take them while I can. So I was like, all right, well, maybe if I just get better battery life. I'm not a big phone person. I don't like big phones. My hands, my hands are perfectly sufficient to take care of a big phone. I used to play quarterback a long time ago. I can grip a football. I can grip a big phone. No problem. I just don't prefer that. I have an iPad Pro 10.5, which is what we're recording this on right now, and I just don't need a big phone. I have the iPad with me at all times. Otherwise, I have my Surface laptop. So what do I need a big phone for? Well, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet. I've never had one of the bigger iPhones. I was just never interested in them. The iPhone 8 Plus, guys, it has everything that I love about the iPhone 8 and dual cameras and portrait mode. Not on the selfie, but still portrait mode. It's just too damn big. I love the size is not horrible. It's not. It's not as efficient as some of the other ones. The new S9 Plus, even the S8 Plus from Samsung, much better screen to body ratio. The Pixel 2 even has a little bit better screen to body ratio. It has everything I love about the iPhone 8. It has Touch ID. Touch ID works as well as you need it to. you can use that, of course, obviously on the iPhone 8 as well. With the iPhone 8 Plus, you get incredible battery life. Like, the battery life is insane. So I drive to Miami a little more than once a week, sometimes just once a week. Those are good weeks for me. So I'll drive down, and while I'm on there, I'm streaming podcasts the entire time. The whole time I'm driving, I'm listening to podcasts or audiobooks over on Audible. I'm doing that. I'm also occasionally using navigation, not because I don't know how to get there, but because I want to see traffic patterns, and if it's quicker for me to go a different direction than I normally go. I do all of that. I do the whole 20-minute FaceTime, 25-minute FaceTime with my son, and I'm good. I make it through the entire day, and by the end of the day, I'm still at 20, 25%. That's ridiculous. I've never had a phone that went that long. So why am I left out in the cold when it comes to iPhones? There's not one that just works for me. I went back to the iPhone 8 just because I like the way it feels in the hand more. It does the vast majority of what I need, and I have 2 or 3 battery cases. I don't know. I'm frustrated. I've really been considering just going back to Android full time because there's just not something that meets my needs right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comment. So I'm back on the iPhone 8. I've used the 8 Plus. I've used the iPhone 10. Thank you guys so much. I haven't been putting out a whole lot of content. I know, my bad. I'm busy. Law school's coming up and the bar's coming up. So if you guys want to see more of me, which I don't know why you would, but if you do, go check out my law school channel. It's just Andrew Darling's Law School Journey. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers over there. I'm almost at 2,500 here. So thank you guys so much. What do you guys think I should do? I don't like the bigger phone at all, but the battery life is almost worth it. I just went, like I said, I went back to the iPhone 8. I don't know what to do, guys. You let me know in the comments. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. And like and subscribe below. Take care.